because you are not religious, that also helps you be a racist more.
I'm really disappointed in you as a human being, dog.
What? You can't just say what? I'm walking a racist through it step by step, so you don't get to just spin out of it.
I'm sorry. Are you being real or not? I honestly can't tell if you're trolling or not. Sure thing, buddy.
Buddy, now you're trying to be nice. Now that you've gotten exposed.
Wait, are you trolling or are you being real?
Yeah, I get it. He's not as big as you. He has 130K followers though, and he's gonna post out when you do racist shit. Don't try to like strawman this to where now you pull it aside like, oh, this is what most racist people do. They just spin it out and put it to something else.
What do you think I'm
Hold
racist?
the door. This is going
Do you
to
want
get
me to
messy.
link you? Can I link it in your chat, or are you gonna just ban me for that?
Oof. Well, I guess you can go ahead and link it, dude. I don't want to cover up the truth or anything.
Do you really think black people are more dumb just because they're black? That's what you said in the clip. You said it.
Did I say
yourself.
that black people are more
Here,
dumb because they're black? Oh, but it's not playing for me either. Fucking Twitter does.
Did you delete it?
There are
You found out that someone called you out, someone who's a big streamer, and then now you go ahead and delete it, and then you act like, oh, it's not playing, like, and then you think this is funny somehow, and then you accuse.
I'm sorry. Are you being real or not? I honestly can't tell if you're trolling or not.
Now you push it off. First it was your view botter, and now you say it's because you're trolling. This is ridiculous. Like,
I just want you to tell me you're being sincere, right?
yes. What do
Okay.
you mean?
Do you understand what the conversation was about? Dog,
it.
you're not exposing me. Okay. My statement was something along the line of black people in the United States tend to be dumber than white people. Do you agree or
That's
disagree
ridiculous.
with that?
Do you hear yourself? Can you say and you stand by that statement?
Yes.
Oh my.
Can you tell me why can't black people then get IDs for things like voter ID laws? Why do black people go to jail more than they go to college?
I don't
tell
agree
me
with
why.
that stuff.
What do you mean you don't agree with that stuff? Those are factual statements.
No. I'm not saying those aren't factual. I'm just saying I think it's ridiculous that stuff happens.
Why does it happen?
People, they've been oppressed by.
Okay, and as a result of their oppression, they are
oppressed. What do you mean? I don't
They
understand.
are-
They're what? You think they're worse than us because of that? Like,
worse in what way? Less
color-
educated? Yes. Less intelligent sometimes about certain issues? Yes. That was
Not
the whole
because-
point of the fucking thing. It wasn't a racist statement, you fuck. The conversation was about voter ID laws and how voter ID laws are discriminatory. And the guy tries to do a getcha where he says, oh, so you think black people have a harder time getting IDs because they're dumb or whatever? Well, in a lot of cases, yeah, black people do have a harder time getting IDs because they don't know the same ways to get them. In general, have less access to education and less access to other things to get...
Because of
Okay.
racist people like you who
Okay,
keep thinking
so you
that
agree
dumb.
with what I just said? That black people have less access to education, right? Do you agree with that?
You're the one who thinks black people aren't even smart enough to go to school and learn.
I
and get their own
never said
education.
that, dog. If black people were able to go to school as well as white people could, they'd probably be doing a whole lot better in the United States than they are right now. And you take one clip out of fucking context and you try
I
to say
saw
that I'm a
your- wait,
racist,
hold
dude.
on.
Are you
I
serious?
saw another clip about you too, so don't try to.
Another clip about me? Dude, my entire fucking audience, go to my YouTube, makes fun of me for being a fucking social justice warrior libcock. I've literally debated fucking Sargon of Akkad, where I'm sitting here trying to defend minority rights and explain why they're so fucked in the United States, and you're telling me that I'm a racist.
You even said it yourself. You admitted to the fact that you said that black people were dumber. It's absolutely
Yes,
ridiculous.
because they have less access to education and tend to be socioeconomically unprivileged compared to white people. It's a factual statement.
racist and you're just. Do you hear yourself right now? Like, you have an audience. You have people that you're influencing.
I'm sorry, what have I said that you disagree with?
Well, many things.
Like
First
what?
off,
Name one. One thing. Don't many things me. Name one thing.
You said it yourself, and you said it in the clip, and for some reason now it's just not playing because you decided to take it down.
I
You
can't
said
take people's YouTube videos or Twitter videos down, dog.
You said that you think black people are. God, I wish I had the exact words, but you think black people were dumb. They're dumber than us, or something. Group overall, as a group of black people, they're dumber than white people. And then you come on here and you balk it off by saying, "Oh, he's a view bot. He's this," and then you use the
No.
R over and over.
Can
It's
I get
it's-
in here, dude? You're so wrong. It actually hurts.
And you don't even see it. You're honestly, it's absolutely insane. You have this like level of just blindness to yourself.
I'm really disappointed in you as a human being, dog.
What? You can't just say what.
Do you know what the other guy was arguing that I was arguing against?
Sorry, I don't watch all of your racist rants constantly and know everything about your background, but I've
Okay,
seen
the
it.
other guy was arguing in favor of voter ID laws.
Don't
We
just
can talk about North Carolina that has voter ID laws that very specifically target minorities to prevent them from voting. Are you in favor of those voter ID laws?
Maybe if people voted, then people like you wouldn't have influenced to have an idiotic president who
Listen,
agrees
dog,
with everything.
you need to-
It's insane.
You gotta calm down, dude.
I get it that maybe he was arguing a dumb point too, but like I can have bad views but not be a racist. You can have good views and you can be a racist. Do you see, like, boom, right there? It's insane.
You know what, dude? Actually, hold on, because I made myself a 2017 resolution. Listen.
Solution to be more racist? Top
Listen, no, my resolution was to understand people's feelings, okay? And I said I was not going to bully
people's
people.
feelings.
I know the whole problem. If I would have used the word less educated instead of dumber, would you be happy?
Wait, so you think black people are dumber? I don't
Okay, I
understand.
think that's where we're getting hung up on, okay? I don't think that black people are dumber.
Now you're trying to use semantics to hide the fact that
No,
you're
I'm
racist.
not.
But,
You're.
but you're a racist, so that doesn't matter anyway. Like, I'm sorry that I'm picking apart your argument and exposing you right now.
Right? So the law was pretty racist. This is what the Supreme Court decided, right?
Okay.
Okay, so my argument
Best
was that
troll
these types of
2017.
voter ID
He has
laws
set
are
the bar
racially
pretty
motivated,
high.
and all they do is serve to disenfranchise black voters. And then the other guy said, so what are you saying, that black people, aren't smart enough to go and get these types of IDs or whatever?
Yeah, no, that is
Yes.
that is what you said.
Yeah, you're not always going to be smart enough to know where to go to get these certain types of IDs.
See, and
because of
that's
your-
ridiculous. Like, okay, wait, so
What
you're
do you mean
admitting-
that's ridiculous,
admitting
dog?
that you said that.
Because if you're working fucking 2 or 3 jobs, you don't always have the opportunity to go and learn, like, where's my fucking counter treasure? Where's my counting clerk? You don't have the
Oh, so
opportunity
and
to
if
take
a
it.
white guy was working 2 or 3 jobs, he could do it, no problem. That's
No,
what
he
you're
wouldn't be
pretty much
able
trying
to.
say.
But historically, in the United States and statistically, black people are more likely to belong to these socioeconomic groups that are harmed by these policies than white people are, right?
Yeah, I agree that they.
Then
can
we
be
don't
responsible.
disagree on anything. Then you're taking
the
one
reason-
word that I said in a 30-second clip and you're acting like I'm racist.
No, because they're oppressed by people like you. They're oppressed by
I don't
racists,
oppress anybody, dog. What are you talking about?
by people like you who think that just because they are black, they can't go out and they can't get different forms of registration. Or
It has nothing to do with being black, and it has to do with being socioeconomically fucked.
That's all.
Yes,
that's
poor
not
people
work,
in
but-
general are dumber than more educated, wealthy people.
That's literally. I can't even make an analogy to how dumb that sounds. That's saying that poor people are dumber than rich people. How? Let's say there's 2 people. One of them is very rich and one of them is very poor, and they both have kids. So the rich kid and then the poor kid, they're still both just as smart though. Right when they're born, right when they're.
Are they just as smart? Is the poor kid going to get to go to the same type of university as the rich kid?
Everybody knows that. I'm just explaining. I'm walking a racist through it step by step, so you don't get to just spin out of it and then just say, oh no, this that. So we agree that when they're both born, they're both just as smart as each other, right? Like,
Well, with a little bit of genetic variance, but yeah, sure, yeah, for the most part, yeah.
so then when they go to school, like kindergarten, preschool, they're still just as smart, but like depending on the type of schooling that they get, one could have like better advantage than the other one, right?
Yes.
And then you continue that on through middle school, high school, college, and everything. And all it is that the education has made them smarter, but their base level of intellect is still just
Okay,
the
but
same.
we're not talking about their base level of intellect. You just said it. The education makes them smarter. So you agree with me, yes?
I
That
agree with
education
you.
makes people smarter?
Privilege is literally what is keeping down minorities in this world and letting white people just run
Okay, and
rampant
what
with
is one way that you can express your privilege?
sex? Like, just the male hierarchy just holding down. You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm getting really heated, but like
I know what
get-
you're saying. You repeat shit that I say all the fucking time. Literally, word for word, dog. I hate you. You know how much I hate you?
Oh, of course you hate me because I'm a champion for people's
No, I
rights.
hate you because we're on the same page and you're playing a semantics game, so you make people like me look like idiots. You're literally
This is
repeating shit that I've
literally
said
all
on my stream,
semantics.
word for
Literal
word, dog.
intelligence.
We agree on those. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to ask you.
Okay,
Where
but if
do
we agree on
fall-
those, then we don't disagree on anything. You're just upset that of the implications. Do you think that a high
Yeah.
school dropout will be as intelligent as somebody that graduates from Harvard or Oxford or some shit?
But, like they both have the same. If they both have the same opportunities, I think.
But they
would
don't
both-
have the same opportunities, dude.
Why is that? Once
Because
again,
one went to Harvard and one dropped out of high school. Okay, I'm gonna walk you through this as simply as I can. Please try not to get distracted, okay? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
Do
I'm
you-
willing to listen. You're on the other hand, you're just toning out your racism to it. But go ahead.
Okay. Do you think that a high school dropout is going to be as intelligent as somebody that graduated from Harvard? Yes or
Okay.
no?
So
No, stop. No. Don't go on a tangent. It's a yes or no question.
Okay, at that current moment, the Harvard guy will be smarter.
Okay. So then what do we disagree on? You just said what I said.
When you say that poor people are dumber than rich people, I think
Okay,
that's-
who is more likely to graduate from Harvard? Somebody that grows up in poverty or somebody that grows up in wealth?
honestly saying that the tide is swinging back into the favor
I
of
think I am
minorities, and
going
I'm
to have
glad
an
it's happening.
aneurysm
I'm
over
glad
Okay,
it's
then you
happening.
don't believe in privilege anymore then. You just said it. You just said that just as many poor people go as rich people. You don't believe in privilege then.
Let me clarify. Privilege definitely exists. I
Why?
think
You
no-
just said that just as many people. You made a factually incorrect statement. You said that just as many poor people have higher educational opportunities as
said
wealthy people,
more-
which is absolutely not true.
I'm saying more poor people are
But
now
that's not my question. What I'm
Wait.
saying is that if you are born wealthy, you probably have more access to higher education than somebody born in poverty.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that. I don't think it intrinsically somehow makes you dumber because
I
you
never
are
said that. Why do you keep going off there? Are you racist? Listen,
backpedaling. Hey,
stop.
I'm sorry if
stop,
you're trying to
stop,
backpedal
stop,
and cover
stop,
your racism.
Stop. I have never said that anybody is intrinsically smarter or dumber than anyone else. Then I've never made these statements. I don't know why you keep making them. Where is the disconnect, dog?
No, I agree. I'm saying.
Okay,
it's
then what
because
do we
of the-
disagree on?
I just think you're trying to spin around my words and say.
What am I
something that
trying
I'm
to
not.
spin? You're the one trying to spin what I'm saying.
See, you just keep saying that I'm doing what you're guilty of doing. Do you disagree that privilege makes you smarter?
I don't think "quote unquote" privilege makes you
Destiny
smarter,
asked
but I
if
think
he
that privilege
wants to
gives you
return the
access to
means
things
of
that make you
production
smarter.
to the
Yes,
proletarian
like
method.
education.
I'm sorry that I don't share your views of just like rampaging around and murdering everyone who you don't agree with. And if we did, we'd have much less minorities. But like, sorry,
That's
if you
not
agree
the
with-
way to solve everything. Have you ever heard the phrase "you catch more flies with honey than vinegar"?
Yes, Mr. Calling people dumb.
Hey man, I call them as I see them.
You yell down at me and call me dumb and say you hate me, and then you say you catch more fly. What? Like, do you see how ridiculous that is?
No, you're right. You know what? You're actually right here. This is why I said at the beginning of the year that I was going to be nicer to people. And look what you made me do.
You're second, and you already broke it. You said you hate me. Are you kidding me?
No, you're right, dude. You're 100% right. I'm sorry. Let me back up, okay? I don't hate you, okay? Maybe.
Okay, I don't,
Okay.
but I do hate your racism. But I have hope for you, and I'll pray for you. I'll
Okay.
pray to God tonight. That
I'm not
you
religious,
change.
dog. It's not going to help. Okay, let me.
Wait. What?
What?
did you just? You
not-
just make awful statements and then you just go on. What did you just
What?
say?
I said I'm not religious.
Oh, I get that. I thought you said it wasn't gonna help.
Well, I don't know if it'll help me if I'm not religious, because I think I go to hell anyway, but...
Because you are not religious, that also helps you be a racist more.
You know that the evangelicals voted for Trump, right? You know that, like, Christians in America, for the most part, come out for the
Yes, I
Republican...
understand. Because Satan pulled the wool over their eyes and made them vote a certain way. That doesn't mean that religious people don't make mistakes. I have a realistic view about religion. You know, we can't bring people down to the level when they're so high up that they
Okay,
don't understand.
Because if you talk about bringing them down, they're not going to want to do it. They're not going to want to
Of
give up
course,
their better
nobody
schools.
wants to.
Right?
Nobody
So instead
wants
of
to
bringing them down, the goal should be, well, how do we get more funding to these other schools, right?
call it what you want and do it through whatever method of means you want. It's going to inevitably derive from taking money or reallocating it in some form or some fashion from these
Yeah,
privileged
sure. I
and-
don't necessarily disagree with that. But at that point, while you are taxing them a little bit harder and you're taking a little bit more money from them, right? At that point, the goal, though, is to bring up the schools that are fucked and to make them better off, not take the schools that are working well and to make them a little bit worse off. You're not bringing anybody down. You're just taxing them a little bit harder.
When I say bringing them down, I don't literally mean like holding them down and just, you know.
Okay, but earlier when you phrase things like taking somebody from 100 to 50 or holding people accountable or bringing them down to a fair level, right? I think that these are words that toxify the conversation.
Say, I'm sorry for using certain words that, you know, and you, the same way, you're sorry for using different words at the beginning of your clip.
All right, so we're on the same page. Are we okay? You don't think I'm like a screaming racist, right? The reason why
No offense, you kind of did open off as that, but
Okay,
I'm just saying.
I'm saying that your idea of me being racist was literally like two 30-second clips out of like a 2-hour conversation.
Those 2 30-second clips did not make you look good at all.
Sure, okay. The reason why I was laughing so much in the beginning, I kept asking if you were trolling, is because I'm quite left-leaning in the gaming community in terms of my views on social issues. I don't really hate you though, okay?
So you wanted to clarify and make sure people just aren't coming in here and, you know, mislabeling you as a racist or like just trolling the entire argument.
Yeah.
Because that would be ridiculous if someone was just. I'm sorry, I had to troll you.
Wait, are you trolling me?
Yes, this was all bullshit. I've watched your channel for a long time.
I don't even know if I believe you, dude.
Fucking case. Well,
When he says found
try
not
to get
guilty,
me-
did the state of Texas even pursue charges against him that he had molested the girl, or did he take it?